Good evening. This is Warrior Empowerment Hour, Mr. Too Easy. So, hey guys, it's a wonderful day out there. Wonderful sunshine. Man, it's a wonderful day. So, thanks for tuning in. This is Warrior Empowerment Hour with Mr. Too Easy on 93.7 FM because we are GA. So, we're going to get right into it. So, here's some great nonprofit readings from a nonprofit veteran organization that's out of Maine. Okay, so it's called Veterans Home Improvement Project. They're having a golf scramble on July 22nd at the Martindale Country Club in Auburn, Maine. If you would like to be part of this foursome golf scramble, contact 207-890-2499. And you can also follow them on Facebook at HIP22 or email them at VETHIP22@gmail.com. And here's their sponsors for the event. Okay, so they have the air cannon sponsor is Bailey Pate of Keller Williams Realty. Their hole-in-one sponsor is Centus. Their birdie sponsor is Minot Country Store. And their foursome sponsor is Operation Reboot Outdoors. So that is awesome. So all the way in Maine. If you would love a wonderful golf scramble, 18 holes, definitely drive up to Auburn, Maine. And it's going to be on July 22nd. And they have some wonderful sponsors. Again, their sponsors are Bailey Pate of Keller Williams Realty, Centus, Minot Country Store, Operation Reboot Outdoors. So that is awesome. So we're gonna get right into it. So I'm gonna play this this great song, kind of a pump it up song for the Little League out there. I know they just did their finished their flag football season. So this is wonderful. So this goes out to everyone that's playing flag football, and especially to Chambersburg Trojans Youth Association. So here's a good pump it up song for you guys. Oh yeah, they bought that action. So that is T-Pow about that action. So this is hot off the presses. I'm telling you, this is hot off the press from Chambersburg Trojans Youth Association. So they would like to thank all of their sponsors for the flag football season for a successful program. And this is their list of sponsors: Pineapple Group, Man Plumbing, Rodney B. Smith, S's and Sons, Butcher Shop, Stover Mechanical Contractors, Gessel Funeral Home, Josh Mayhew Auctioneer, Gambler Trucking, Bender's Potatoes, Franklin Logistics, Orstown Bank, Rick Benero Remax Elite, Negley's Water, Ryboon Building Solutions, F&M Trust, David H. Martin, Nicole Scott Remax, Star Insurance, Connect, Sign Jitspies. So that is hot off the press. Hot off the press. A successful flag football season that was hosted by CTYA. And they had their raffle for their Yeti raffle. The winner was Megan Ramsey. So you're the winner of a $300 Yeti cooler. So congratulations. It's a nice Trojan blue. So it is awesome. So we're going to get right into it. So let me tell you something. I went to their event today because this was the last game of the season. And I got this little Chambersburg Trojan football youth camp. They're going to be having that July 27th through July 29th. Okay, it says the Chambersburg Trojan football program would like to invite you to invite our area youth, grade 2nd through 8th, to Trojan Youth Football Camp. Attendees will receive instructions on the fundamentals of the game from the Trojans football staff and current team members. Coaches of the area youth football teams are invited to observe and or participate with the camp staff doing drills. So this is totally awesome. So they have open registration. They have, man, this pamphlet is wonderful. So let me read some stuff off this pamphlet right here. It says what to bring. Bring cleats, sneakers, and a mouthpiece, and that has quotations optional. What to expect: offensive position drills, defensive position drills. Okay, parent guardian waiver. It says I agree in case of accident involving my child while attending this camp. and with full awareness that football activity may invoke risk of injury, I released the football camp, Chambersburg High School, camp directors, employees, and servants from any liability. In case of emergency, I give permission to appropriate football camp personnel to properly transport my child to a medical facility for appropriate care. I understand football camp does not provide medical insurance and will not be responsible for medical expenses accrued. Okay, so boom, that's right there. That's very important. So the program goals is excel on playing field, in the classroom and the community. Okay, emphasize composure, sportsmanship, and putting the team first. Transform each student athlete into the best person they can be. Develop a family atmosphere with the program. Build a sense of pride for football program within the administration, faculty, and student body. Give back to Chambersburg community through our outreach programs and youth camps. Teach the game of football while emphasizing life lessons. Compete for a mid-pen Commonwealth Championship every season, and have fun. So you can't beat that. So come on out. They have their Chambersburg Trojans 2021 schedule from August, September, and October. If any questions, you can email staff@chambersburgtrojansfootball.com. Okay? So, man, that's hot off the presses. The paper is still hot. That's hot off the presses, people. That's what I'm talking about. So, also, if you're looking for a wonderful DJ production services, think about Rhythm Machine Productions, okay? That's a Navy veteran that's giving back to the community. Hey, if you're having a wedding reception, you're having a party, you're having a birthday, whatever you need music for, guess what? This man right here is the man to call. Rhythm Machine Productions at 724-355-1472. So we're going to get right into it. So, hey, guys and girls out there that's listening, thank you for tuning in to WRGG 93.7 FM on Warrior Empowerment Hour. And I'm Mr. Too Easy, where I talk about my time before the service, during the service, and after the service, and just give my perception on life. You know, so I don't speak for all veterans, but hopefully something I say can shed some light on why your veteran may be doing some of the things he or she may be doing. Now, I go to Martinsburg, West Virginia for my treatment. Wonderful team up there. They have other VAs. They have the Lebanon VA. They have a vet center in Hagerstown. All facilities are great. I just choose that one. But let's get right into it. So this wonderful weather, let me tell you something. I've started a garden. I'm planting potatoes. I'm planting onions. I'm planting cabbage. I'm planting peppers, hot and sweet peppers. And let me tell you something. It is so calming. It really is. You know, to get out there, and not when it's beaming hot, you know, like it was like 90 degrees the past 2 or 3 days, but like when it's early in the morning, like 7, 8 o'clock before the sun like really peaks, you know, get out there, do a little digging, put some soil down, put some seed down there, bam. Or what I've done, I've planted seeds in the garage and then had my little light in there to kind of make them grow. Then I had a little mist sprayer to kind of water them. And then once they start growing like 2 inches, that's when I put them in the ground. But it's been working out pretty well. Oh, and I also have zucchini too. So I just planted zucchini like 4 days ago, right before it got hot. So it's awesome. So I have a garden raised bed in the back, 2 raised beds in the back, but in the front I have a pallet that I painted and stuff, and just turned it upside down, and I put a mesh covering under the bottom so the dirt won't fall out. And then when I water it, the water seep out, just won't sit in the soil. And then that's what I put the zucchini in, and it looks wonderful. It's wonderful. So I learned that from Freedom Team, the one veterans nonprofit, and I learned that from Glen Hope Cares Farm. They're teaching, them two veteran nonprofit has merged together to teach people how to plant regular household vegetables and live off it for 8 months. Okay, so it is a wonderful thing. So you know, it is great. So definitely, if you can follow them on Facebook and on Instagram, and they both have a website, freedomteaminc.org and glenhopecaresfarm.org. And they have band together to combat the food insecurities that's plaguing our state. So no matter where you are in the state, you know, you can always learn how to plant simple crops that's going to keep going and feed your family. It's just wonderful. You know, I couldn't imagine planting potatoes. I started in a bucket, in like a 5-gallon bucket. Right now, I've transformed it from a 5-gallon bucket to a 55-gallon drum. That's how many potatoes I'm growing off of 10 potato spuds. So that's going to be a lot of potatoes. So, which is awesome. So, hey, when you make your bacon and eggs, you can do fried potatoes, you can do mashed potatoes, you can do slice them real thin, make potato chips, you can slice them up and make French fries. Man, it's a lot you can do with potatoes. What's that? Potato au gratin and stuff like that. Man, potato salad. All sorts of stuff you can do with potatoes. So, and then, with tomatoes, and then we're doing bok choy. Yeah, I planted some bok choy. I planted some lettuce too. Planted some like collards and kale. So, I have my greens all down. But yeah, tomatoes, peppers, sweet peppers, and zucchini. Man, you get your salad. You can put bok choy in, like we put it in our ramen and our noodles. So the bok choy tastes perfect in there. Cut up some little chicken cubes in there or some little beef slices. Man, it is tasty. Trust me, it is tasty. So and then with the cabbage, we're gonna do a lot with the cabbage. We're gonna make some sauerkraut, and then we're gonna do how you boil the cabbage and you put like a meat in there, and we're gonna do that with that. So it's gonna be wonderful. So we're gonna can a lot of vegetables this year. So we've prepared to do that, and we're just learning a lot. So let me tell you something. It is so calming, and it gets you out the house. It really does. For me, I'm at a stage in my process of my journey that I still may not like crowds, but I still like to go out, put my hands in the soil and the Mother Earth, and just be like, you know what? When I plant this seed, it will grow, and my family can be fed off of this, and it just feels so wonderful. It really does. So it's awesome. It really is great. So I'm learning a lot, and these guys are teaching us a whole lot. So definitely follow Freedom Team. Because they're having, matter of fact, speaking of Freedom Team, they're having a battle of the bands on June 26th. Okay, it's going to be AMVETS Post 224 in Chambersburg. Okay, matter of fact, one of the bands is called Dreams of Eden. Okay, so I'm going to play one of their songs right now, because that's going to be a perfect break. Dreams of Eden, and this song is called Willie. Okay, so this is what you're going to hear at the Battle of the Bands. I played Big Chris last weekend. He's going to be at the Battle of Bands. This one is Dreams of Eden. Here we go. So you heard it here first. That is Dreams of Eden, called Willie. So definitely come out to hear them. And they're local to Pennsylvania. So I believe they're outside of the York area. They're right inside the York area, somewhere around in there. So it is wonderful. So definitely, they have a YouTube channel. Okay, Dreams of Eden. So make sure you look them up. They have about, I think I found like 10 songs up there. So that is awesome, awesome, awesome. So also just off the presses, while I was talking about Freedom Team Inc. and the Battle of the Bands, I just got this message. So hey, if you're listening, guess what? Glen Hope Farm Cares would like to thank Girl Scout Troop 21002. Okay, they're working on a what is it? Those things that you do not a planter box. They're earning a silver award. So they're working on a silver award. So they're building basically a stand for the farm to put all their produce on to sell at one of the markets. So it looks pretty good. It's basically like the tailgate of a pickup truck, and then they've painted it. They put shelves on it. It is awesome. So definitely follow them on Instagram and on Facebook, because I believe Glen Hope is posting it up now. So thank you to Girl Scout Troop 21002. Okay, so thank you. The progress is coming along. They're not just quite finished yet, but the progress is coming along. They're doing this to win the silver award. So please donate to that Girl Scout Troop 21002 to help them finish this project, and to also help them get some needed things that they need for their troop. Because the Girl Scouts do camping and do some fundraisers as well. They do have the Girl Scout cookies, but hey, they also have other things they have to raise money for. So look them up. It's awesome. So we're going to get back into it. So, this is great. And I see the sun is shining so great. That was a wonderful song by Dreams of Eden named Willie. I can't say that enough. It was a great song. Because you guys know I love, choosing some great music so you guys can listen to. So, so with the planning and stuff, I've learned, for me, okay, this is just for me, the planning has, kind of, when I get let's see, what's a good word? Because I'm not really frustrated, but you get some worries, and just be thinking about stuff, and to clear my mind. That's when I start working in the garden. I go out there. I got my little knee pads I bought from Harbor Freight. They was on like $3. I wasn't gonna not gonna spend a whole lot of money, but little knee pads to put on. While I'm in the garden, because part of my garden has stone, and then the rest is just a flower bed, but it's little grass, but it's kind of hard clay in the back. So just to be merciful on my knees, I put some knee pads on, but just to get out there and kind of weed out the garden by hand, and just move dirt around and stuff like that, see how my plants and crops are doing. So that's just great to do, and I love doing it. It's just, when I just get that feeling like, oh man, I'm thinking about Iraq, I'm thinking about Afghanistan, I'm thinking about battle buddies, I'm thinking about, so a bunch of things. I said, you know what, let me go outside, feel the breeze, or feel the heat, or if it's a light rain, like it rained lightly the other day, and while I was planting the zucchini, but it wasn't a heavy rain, it was just like a mist, like it just drizzled and then it went away, drizzled and then went away. So it felt kind of good, but just doing stuff like that kind of keeps me grounded, so to speak. And you need things like that, to keep you into the now, into the present, instead of, me going to the flashback and different things. That keeps me grounded, so I can say, you know what, bam, I can feel this nice, cool mist of rain while I'm planting these crops. It feels great. My hands are in this cold dirt, you know what I mean? So it's wonderful. So it's good to feel those type of things to keep you grounded, and then I turn on the water hose, once I use it, water my plants in the evening when the sun's not beating on it, so it won't wilt to the leaves. So that's one thing I've learned too. Either water your plants and crops early in the morning, or in the late afternoon when the sun has gone down off the crops. Because the sun can still be up on on one side, but if it's not directly on the crops, on the leaves, then go ahead and water them, so that way the direct sunlight won't wilt it when the water hits it. So I've learned that too. So it's pretty cool. So I'm learning a whole lot. And I thank people from Freedom Team. I thank people from Glen Hope Cares Farm, and I thank them. So I can't say enough. But it's just great. So within my travels, within my journeys, I'm meeting so many people. To meet Mark from Rhythm Machine Productions, to meet this Navy guy that has a DJ service that is awesome. And man, he be spinning them turntables. He is great. So he's going to be at the Battle of the Bands as well. So he's going to be the MC. Leading the bands on and off stage. As you guys get the next band come up, he's gonna play some of their similar music. Kind of get you hyped up. So I'm gonna be there. Kind of on there to do a live stream, so you guys that didn't come out to see. But the tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for veterans, and free for children under the age of 16. There'll be some vendors there. Bring your blankets, bring your lawn chairs, bring your coolers, because it's an outdoor event. So bring something to be comfortable. So big open field in the back of the AMVATs, and just have a great time. That's what it's all about, having a great time. And the proceeds are going to go to fight to combat the food insecurities, because Monday and Wednesdays, Freedom Team delivers food to several places to fight food insecurities that they pick up from different areas. And it's prepackaged food they pick up, and they make sure families are getting the proper food they need to survive. Because COVID really hit certain families hard. So, Freedom Team and Glen Hope Farm Cares are doing their part. So we just ask you guys to donate when you can. Donate to the radio station, WRGG. They support a lot of nonprofits. Even though the radio station is a nonprofit, they list out the nonprofit reads, and like the AMVETS, the American Legion, the VFW, the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, all that stuff. Because we are a community radio station, and we just speak nothing but positivity and play great music, so you guys can be like, hey, you know what? I love listening to this. I love listening to some rock and roll. I love listening to some country. I love listening to some gospel music. I love doing this. I love listening to talk radio, the sports radio. This is what we do. This is what our WRGD does. Hey, we're your community radio station. It's just total positivity out here, especially here in Green Castle. Who are we? We are GA. So being GA, you know what? And this song goes out, because I didn't get to play this last time. Where's that song at? So this song goes out to everyone that ran for office, everyone that completed it, and whether you made it through the primary or didn't, it takes a special type of person to give up time in your life to, serve the public. So, and this doesn't go for people that ran for office, but whatever you do in life, this is for you. If you done some positive stuff, if you feeling down, then guess what? This is called made for this, okay? Because each one of us are made differently, but we're made for whatever we're doing. So if you're fighting a good fight, guess what? You're made for this. If you're working at Wally World, you're made for this. Everyone has a role. No role is too big. No role is too small. And like I tell people, because I've talked to some people like, man, I wish I could have joined the military. I wish I could have done that. Let me tell you something. Everyone has a role. Everyone has a role. So, I'm gonna play this song, and it's called "Made for This." That's what I'm talking about. You was made for this. So no matter who you are, you was made for this. You're a parent, you was made for this. You're a veteran, you was made for this. If you're out there and you're doing anything positive, you was made for this. Because you wanna know why? Because people will try to stop you, but you know what? You're gonna persevere. You're gonna surpass them because you was made for this. That's what I'm talking about. You're not gonna worry about them haters. You're gonna knock them haters off. You're not worrying about them trials and tribulations, those blocks that goes in front of you. You're going to navigate around them, you know what I'm saying? Because there's light at the end of the tunnel. Why? Because you was made for this. So you heard this positivity right here on WRGG 93.7 FM on Warrior Empowerment Hour with Mr. Too Easy. Because who are we? We are GA, and we are made for this. So this is wonderful. I'm just totally hyped up. I'm loving it. So if all my buddies out there, all my battle buddies, we were made for this, But everyone has a role. Even the people that did not join the military, you have a role. We still need people back here to do what you're doing. Whether you're on a radio station, giving the news, giving the sports, giving out positivity, you were made for that. Okay? Whether you're working at Walmart, working at Sheetz, somebody has to do that job. Everyone can't go overseas and fight. You got to have somebody back stateside. Got to. You have to. Because you was made for this. You was made for, right now we have VFWs, American Legion, Moose Lodges, AMVETS, the Marine Corps Lodge. They need donor dollars. Guess what? When you guys are back here stateside, you guys say, man, look what these veterans are going to. Let me donate to these organizations. Why? Because you was made for that. Everyone has a role. Whether it's 50 cents, whether it's $1, whether it's $1 million, it all adds up. One penny adds up. One penny adds up to 10 cents, 20 cents, $1, $10, $50. It all adds up. That's what I'm talking about. Because we were made for this. Man, I'm just so hyped up right now. It's ridiculous. So, this is the kind of positivity that we love to spread, and of what everything is going in the world. You got to have some shed of positivity somewhere. And, and we know there's 22 a day of veterans and active duty that's taking their lives. But all I ask is just think of one thing that's good, that you want to live for the next day. Just one thing. Not a million things, because we can't save the world. But one good thing in your life, you can say, you know what? I can go to sleep and wake up tomorrow because I'm thinking about this one thing. This one thing. So it's great. It really is. So thank you, everyone, to everything that you do, because all of you guys were made for this, no matter what. And of course, life isn't easy. There's no book in raising children. There's no book in life that's going to guide you and say, if you do this, this, and this, you will persevere through everything. We're always going to have trials and tribulations, no matter who we are. You can be the richest person in the world, and you can have trials and tribulations. You can be the lowest man on the totem pole, you're still going to have trials and tribulations. Okay, because we're all individuals, we're all different. We all have different paths. Not everyone's goal is the same. So for me, Mr. Too Easy, when I say I'm wealthy in love. I'm wealthy in being healthy. I'm wealthy in my comfort zone of wealth. I don't need $1 billion, $1 million, a couple $1,000s. And for me, I can only speak for me. Everyone goals are totally different. They really are. And I just love the path I'm on because, it takes a strong person to persevere through certain things. And for me, when I first was going to the VA, was it easy? No, I didn't want to go. I kept telling my spouse, I'm not broken, I'm fine. I don't need to go to the VA. What I need to go there for? I'm good. Until I had to realize for myself that I need to seek help. I needed to seek and ask for help. You can have 100 family members saying, hey, Mr. Too Easy, go do this, go do this, go do this. until Mr. Too Easy himself is ready to do it, it can't be done. It's just the way we're made. So once I realized that, I'm fortunate enough to have a wonderful treatment team. And the treatment team I have, I say two out of the four, they say, we're never going to tell you. They use the word never. They say we're not going to tell you that you are wrong in your thinking. We're going to say, how could you have thought about this differently? So yeah, in your mind, when you get peaked or when you get frustrated, you're thinking that you're right. But how can you sit back and say, you know what? How can I react it differently? And that makes me think. It really does make me think. I'm like, okay, so let me calm my nerves. Let me think first before, I act. And sometimes it's hard. We're all human. It's hard. For me, I was so quick to react because that's what the military trained me to do, react fast. I had to think on the fly. Boom, solve that problem. But now that I'm not in that kind of hypervigilance, I have to say, you know what, let me think this whole process out. Should I be upset because someone cut me off? Should I be upset because someone's dog pooped in my front yard and didn't clean it up? No. I should, I'm going to feel a certain kind of way, yes. But then I say, you know what, it's not that serious. Let me go get a little Walmart bag that I have underneath the sink, pick up the poop and put it in my trash bag, and be done with it. It's just that simple. This person cut me off. I wonder why they cut me off. Should I be mad? No. Maybe they're in a rush. Maybe they're going to an emergency. Or maybe they didn't see me. Maybe I was in their blind spot. I shouldn't be pissed off. Stuff like that to kind of calm my nerves. So because I can only tell you from my life experiences, you know what I mean? So it is wonderful. Life is wonderful. And it's not always easy and it's not always hard. But when it does have the difficult times, I can truly say for me, when I go through those difficult times, and then when I have a great time, I see why I went through that difficult time, so I can appreciate the good times. I can appreciate and when I tell people that's in my circle, okay, it's just people in my circle. I tell people, be thankful what you have and be thankful what you don't have. And some people wonder, it's like, well, how can I be thankful for something I don't have? Well, like for me, when I talk about wealth, if I had $10 million right now, would that make my life easier? Or would it make it a little bit more difficult? Now, easy, someone says, yeah, if you got $10 million, man, you can buy whatever house you want, you can buy whatever car you want, you can do this, you can travel when you want to. Yeah, that's true. But then for me, it's like, okay, then will my family members be having their hand out? Will my friends be having their hand out? It's like, okay, then if I say no, then how will they view me? So for every cause, there's I'm tongue-tied, I'm sorry. For every cause, there's an effect. For every action, there's a reaction. And those are the type of things that I think of and I kind of problem solve. I'm like, wow, you know what? I am happy to where I am. I'm comfortable in the financial place I'm in. I'm really am comfortable. But if I had $10 million, okay, if I say, okay, let me move out of my neighborhood, would someone say, oh, you think you're better than me, so you moved out the neighborhood because you got $10 million? Think about it. Just think about that. And we can easily say, in the comfort of our home, I can care less what someone thinks. But we really do care. We really do. But, it's just one of them things. If I had $10 million, would I remodel my home? Would I cut off some of the backyard and put a deck on there, put a pool back there? Then the neighbors were like, oh, look what he's doing. Okay, must be nice. Because no matter who you are, people going to talk about you. It's just the way it is. We talk about wealthy people. We talk about people that's not wealthy. We talk about anything. It was just growing up in life. Of course, each generation is different. Every generation is different. And, and no generation is better or worse than generation, just a generation, because of what we grew up with. So, my generation, we grew up with half computer technology and half manual stuff. So I was in the age of, they had computer classes, they had typewriting classes, cursive in school, so it was kind of easier for when these smartphones came on. I can navigate, I can use Google, I can use Bing, I can use all this stuff. But then for some of the people that's after me, they're calling me up, hey, Mr. Too Easy, how do I look this up? And I'm thinking, well, dude, you're 25 years old, you're 20 years younger than I am, and you mean to tell me you don't know how to use Google? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I guess I could have put that in Google. Yeah, you can, but nothing against that generation. It's just, they're not, I'm not going to say they, just the people that's in my circle. Maybe they're not savvy enough to say, let me just put it in Google before calling someone. Because sometimes it's easy just to call someone, hey, what you doing? Nothing. Hey, do you know how I can look this up? Yeah, I'm putting it on my iPad now, putting it in Google, boom. Okay, send it to me in the text message, bam. So, that just happens like that. But, teach his own. I ain't mad at him. Hey, it is what it is. That way I can learn too. Shoot, I like to be smarter. So, I see my time is coming close to an end. It was wonderful speaking and talking to you guys today. It's just a wonderful day out there, And in about a week, we're going to have Memorial Day. So, while you guys are barbecuing your hamburger, hot dogs, your ribs, your pork chops, your chicken, your steaks, just think about the people that paid the ultimate price for our freedoms. No matter what freedoms you use, they died and fought for all those freedoms. And that's when we, use this day to memorialize them and give thanks, basically. And everyone give thanks in their own way. There's no wrong or right way to do it. But definitely, I'd just like to thank every person, every veteran warrior that was before me. World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Iraq, Afghanistan, all that, Operation Noble Eagle, all that stuff. And if I forgot any of it, I'm sorry, but I just like to give my hat off to all of them that led the way, that paved the way. It wasn't easy, and we still have a far way to go. But as long as we have faith, and as long as we believe in the freedoms that we believe in, because everyone have different beliefs in different freedoms, but that doesn't make us not better or less than someone. It's just some people may focus on the Second Amendment, some people may focus on the First Amendment, some people may focus on the 14th Amendment. It doesn't really make a difference, but because we're free. So, I may like chocolate milk, you may like strawberry milk, but either way, that's my choice, and that's your choice, and that's the wonderful thing about being in America is the freedom of choice, the freedom of speech, the freedom of all the freedoms that we have. So definitely, my hat goes off to everyone that led the way, that gave their life, and definitely I would like to say thank you to the family members that suffered through that, because it's just not the veteran that passes away. The family is torn too. And, I definitely would like to say, my hat go off to any veterans family that lost someone in the hard times, even with the 22 a day, because let me tell you something, they may not have lost their life in the war, but they're still fighting the war. And that's why they've taken their life. So that's still in the line of duty in my book, in my eyes. I don't know if they classify it as in the line of duty, but they should, because you're still fighting that battle mentally and physically and socially and spiritually. Because think about it, when you go to war, you're torn between your morals, you're torn between your religion, your spirit. No, I'm not going to say religion, I'm sorry. You're torn between your spirituality, okay? You're torn because you're doing something that mentally you'd be like, well, I understand why I'm doing it, but then after it's done, you see these flashbacks when you finish. When I was in it for 2 years, I didn't worry about it. It was nothing. 2 years of straight combat is great. But then when you come back and then you're out of it, and then you keep having these flashbacks and these dreams, and it's like you're replaying it, and it's scary, and you just want it to stop. And it can't stop. So you have to find ways, either talk therapy, either medication, either planting crops, walking, running, swimming, kayaking, going to the firing range, doing underwater basket weaving, whatever it is, to occupy your mind, to have that go away. It's hard, it's difficult, it hurts. But guess what? There's people out there that will help you. All you have to do is ask. And that's the hardest part for me, was asking. Because I believed that I wasn't broken. Because the military, they break you down and build you up to be the best soldier, Marine, Airman, Navy men, Coast Guard men that you can be. So, guys, as I always say, when I ended, I'll end it with Wiz Khalifa, see you again, because I will definitely see you guys again. Whether in this life or another life or in the radio station, I'll definitely see you again. But please be mentally strong, physically strong, socially strong, and spiritually strong. And guess what? One more. Be farm strong. Until next time, guys, this is Wiz Khalifa. See you again. And this is Warrior Empowerment Hour. I'm Dom. I'm Mr. Too Easy.